Can everybody come over, please? Since she's lovely. Cheers. I'm never late any other day except for Saturday and Sunday.
It's a Friday she doesn't go, that's how.
Friday I'm sitting in my jammies raging. Feel sorry for myself. Hi guys, I just want to say thanks to everybody for coming today. Thank you. It's just to let you know that me and Laura are launching a new campaign, and it's solemnly for the children. So we're solemnly going to be here on this Sunday to raise awareness for the children being abused in Scotland, on our streets and in our institutions, and the failures by our government and our social services, child protection, and what we are doing to try and raise awareness and change the way the system works. For years and years, our children have been abused and let down by our systems. They're still letting them down to this day. There's charities and our governments that are totally frauding. They're frauding everybody. They're abusing and exploiting children. And our government's still providing funding to these people. We're here to try and put a stop to this. Our government shouldn't be giving millions of pounds to child traffickers. I'm talking about Bernardo's charity, who have been proven to kidnap children, to destroy other care homes where there was sexual abuse took place. They trafficked at least 10,000 children from Scotland. 10,000 children just for quarriers. Bernardo's held traffic out of Scotland decades ago. The same stuff's happening right now, it's just that nobody's aware of what's going on in our systems. Right now, with the Scottish Government working behind the scenes while we're on lockdown to lower the age of consent to 10 years old. They're sexualising your children in primary schools. They're teaching them to as young as 5 years old sexual education. This is all while your children are going in to school just now. I've also got documents here that have just been provided by the Scottish Government for all school teachers in schools. Over the next 3 months, all teachers will be required to go on this course, and this course requires them to identify children that are not being taught the right thing in the home. They've to learn off the children if they've been taught whether to wear masks, if they're to accept a vaccine, etc, etc. The documents are all here, I'll put them up on my website later. But this is for school teachers for the next 3 months. And if your child is identified as not as your parents are conspiracy theorists or they're activists, etc, etc, it's on this document what they're to spot. If your child shows any signs of this or reports anything to a teacher, social services will come straight into the schools and remove the children. They won't even come home, they're going straight into the schools to remove the children. Now this is going to take place over the next 3 months in schools, so if you're still sending your child to school and they come home with leaflets and start asking you questions, it's because they're being told to be quizzed by the Scottish Government in schools about what the parents are doing in the homes. There's also another document I have here I'll put up. I just want people in Scotland to ask questions. Police Scotland have required emergency mass fatality shelters, and they're in place as of last week. It's a no-rolling contract, it's for the next 24 months. Now why do they want mass fatalities? It's in case of mass fatalities. The questions we need to ask is, why are they shelters? What do they know that we don't? We all have homes, so are our homes going to be destroyed that we need to go into shelters? And if no, are these shelters for children then? Is there going to be mass fatalities in the adults now that the vaccine's rolled out, and the emergency shelters are for the children, that the parents are going to die? Either way, we're going to keep pushing and find out what these shelters are for. We're going to go and ask these questions, we're going to get the answers, and we're going to just keep exposing everything, because right now that's all we can do is keep exposing. Scotland has 100 members of a grooming gang. There's only 4 of them being deported and 1 arrested, so there's 95 members of this grooming gang still active in Glasgow. They own loads of flats across Scotland. They're trafficking the girls across flats in Glasgow, Scotland, and then they're prostituting them out in their city centre at the weekends. They drop them off and they leave them at the corners, or about the 4 Corners is one of the places, the Clydeside, the bridge at the Clyde, going over the Clyde. If you see young girls standing there themselves, the Gorbals, Goma, the Goma building round there as well, there's loads of kids sitting there, a lot of the kids are being trafficked. This is what we're raising awareness about as well. We're going to hit the streets of Glasgow city centre to raise awareness to the younger generation about what these groomers will tell them, about the fact that they'll give them free drugs and they'll give them free drink, and then they'll tell them they owe them money and they have to pay off that debt by sleeping with people. These girls don't even know. Most of these girls think these guys love them because they buy them iPhones and they buy them all sorts first, and then they tell all their pals about their great boyfriend and he's got 10 pals, and they'll buy them loads of stuff. Before they know it, the girls have been prostituted out because these guys have got videos and photographs and they're threatening to show their families, their schools, everybody on the internet. Now this is what me and Laura are trying to raise awareness about. This is going on in Glasgow right now. We have a letter and a document from Police Scotland, and the Police Scotland document states that they do not have the staff to attend child sexual exploitation meetings in Glasgow. If the police don't have the staff, the Child Protection Committee have admitted that they're not identifying vulnerable children where they should be. The social services are going into all the wrong homes and removing all the wrong children and targeting you by something that's set by the Scottish Government as what they have to identify. They're not helping the right people. They're not supporting families right now. Right now, they have been bullying. Tell you a story about Bernardo's. Years ago, they worked inside with the social services and the Scottish Government and Bernardo's charity. They bullied families, removed their children. This is all in documents, you can Google it and research it. And the Scottish Government made a policy so that it was easier for social services to remove your children. So they bullied you, you retaliated, they removed your children. They done it to all Scottish travellers' children, to try, and it's in the documents. The reason was to try and destroy their culture. They wanted to destroy their culture. So this is what they're doing right now. If you don't believe in wearing masks or you've got different views, then they want to destroy their people right now, and your child's to believe the same narrative as the rest of the world. And if you go against that, then right now social services, Police Scotland, the Scottish Government, school teachers, institutions across the whole of Scotland are working to target to remove your children. If you don't believe me, if you wait another few months till this stuff's in your schools and you're getting social services chatting your door because your child doesn't agree to a vaccine, etc, etc, this is going to happen, guys, in the next few months. As I said, we don't know what's going on, but we know the Scottish Child Abuse Inquiry is meant to be public.
I've done part A, I've done it.
We have the Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip. There's been an arrest warrant out for them for the kidnap of 10 Indian residential schools to the Kamloops village. That arrest warrant's been out since 2014. Nobody can execute it. Anybody that tries to gets either murdered or locked up in a mental hospital. There's no in between. This arrest warrant is real, guys. So see the Indian Kamloops residential school, for anybody that doesn't believe me, this stuff's starting to hit mainstream media. If you Google 215 children found near the Kamloops Indian residential school, the story hit mainstream media last week. People went out with a body scanner, people like us that are trying to expose this child abuse, and they found right next to that Indigenous school that the Queen is wanted for the kidnapping of 10 children. There's 215 children buried there at least, and they were just found last week. It's in the newspapers. Well, that's the same. There's also an arrest warrant out for the Queen and Prince Philip in Europe, and it's actually for 50,000 missing children. They're wanted for the questioning of 50,000 missing children across the world in all the British empires, in Canada, New Zealand, where else? There's Australia, anywhere the Queen's got British empires, they built receiving units and they sent children from all over the world. As I said, Bernardo's charity done it. This is the children you're now finding in Canada. Bernardo's charity sent at least 10,000 children to quarriers and ships. They gave them gold watches and told them they were going over to receiving units to be sexually abused and made slaves and work for these people. And there was receiving units put in Canada and all these places. Places like the royals, the politicians would go and just pick as many children as they wanted and do what they liked with them. Because these children were nobody's children. They were taken for their birth certificates, it's all there, the evidence. They even falsified their birth certificates and gave the children's new second names so that they could never be found again. Some of these people are reaching out to Canada just now and getting in contact with Quarriels for Scotland, with people they went to Quarriels with, and saying, I'm such and such. I was given a new name and telling their stories, and that's why we're here. It's about raising awareness for the children, raising awareness about the failures in our institutions, about all our establishments right now, they're all corrupt to the core. The Scottish legal system has an active paedophile ring who has been active for 10 years plus, and their judges, their lawyers, their advocates, their QCs. How are we meant to get cases for paedophiles heard when there's a massive paedophile ring in the Scottish legal system and legal society? It's not going to happen. You just need to research Holly Gregg and you'll find out about Scottish legal system and legal society, what they're capable of covering up. So that's why we're here, to campaign, and Laura's, I don't know if you like to talk about the campaign. I'm going to put Laura on, guys, but thanks for listening.
Thanks,
and cheers, guys.
See a couple of people looking at us like we're absolutely nuts, but we're absolutely not. Like, we've got proof of everything that we tell you. We've got proof. If you want to come and get us, and we'll show you. Mandy said we're campaigning, so what we're campaigning for is an instant remand for anybody that's charged with a sexual offence against a child. Every single time in Scotland these people are being allowed back out on bail, they're getting put back into the community against our innocent children. The Townhead paedophile ring that everybody knows about, 2 of them have killed themselves already because they're out on bail. Everybody's saying, oh good, they deserved it, but no, they've still died innocent. They've not been convicted, so no, it's bullshit. The other thing that we're going to campaign for is the 400, the mass grave that's at St Mary's,
Smiling Park.
Smiling Park, so it's like, there's 400 bodies of wee babies and children, probably the age of newborns to 5 years old, buried under there. Over 400 bodies, nobody knows the kids are there. They've just been put into a mass grave. People are walking over that grass every day and all these wee babies are under there. They deserve a proper burial place. They deserve to be recognised, so that's the second thing that we'll campaign for. We're really campaigning hard. We're going to Parliament, but we're going to need everybody behind us on this one.
Come on, people. There's also, we've got, if anybody wants to take one of these, they're in Polly Pockets and stick them somewhere where you live. There's a wee boy been missing now for 17 days. So it's Jamie Cannon, he's 19. He went missing from Saltcoats. He was last seen at 10 o'clock in the morning 17 days ago. The wee boy's girlfriend's expecting a baby. So, and he literally nobody's seen or heard from him. He never took his mobile phone with him. They're doing search parties down in Ayrshire and stuff. But there's nobody been seen. But this is a Scotland Missing Persons report and an incident number. If you all want to take one, guys, and hopefully we can get this wee boy home, hopefully. But thank you again, everybody, for coming. And we'll be here every Sunday raising awareness about the kids. We've also got a wee magazine. We've got a wee magazine and we're going to publish one every week. And we're going to put what's current and relevant and what's happened, like during the week. Like maybe the Scottish Government making policies and Police Scotland, the emergency shelters, and just let Scotland know what the mainstream media is not telling you about the paedophile rings, the grooming gangs, about, or maybe even start doing lists of convicted paedophiles within the police, social services, and take it to there. But again, guys, thanks for coming, and this is for our kids.